Welcome to another episode of the Wildcard Show. My name is Fernand, and on today's show, we have our first guest with me here right now, Saddam. And right before we introduce him, let's talk about our mini league for a minute, because we have a special mini league for our fans. It's called the Good Company Mini League. The code is TSO4RX. That is TSO4RX. And with this league, you stand a chance of winning 50,000 Kenya shillings. And without further ado, man, let's introduce our guest here. Saddam, how are you doing?
Fiti sana, bro. I'm good. Good to be here. Good. First time I'm shooting here. I've been here a couple of times, but this is the first time I'm actually here to actually record something, and it's good. Good atmosphere. I love it. And you 50,000. See, you just send me sahi mapema. Kupoteza wakati. Okay, sawa.
Manze, this league is so competitive right now. We are shy of 10,000 members.
Yeah, 10,000. I'd say I'm looking at around 9,999 losers.
Oh, I love the confidence.
Yeah.
So when you look at your team right now, what makes you think that you stand a chance of winning our league?
One, first and foremost, I've already used my wild card.
You've already used your wild card. Hey, that's awesome. The first guy to use the wild card on our wild card show.
I have more points than you, so it worked. So
okay, well, it's just
those are the signs that signs of a great coach or a manager. You're not scared of making changes.
True.
Yes.
And right now, you're confident with your team.
I'm very confident in my team. I have the best team, and if Kesho I need to make 4 changes, I'll make them.
I just have one question for you.
Yes.
How the hell did you get Rodrigo in your team and he has 15? How did you know?
It's these things is just inbuilt in you. It's either you have it or you don't. And surprise, I have it.
Yeah, but because I see it. I'm looking at his team right now, and he has Rodrigo with 15 points, who's joint top scorer in the Premier League. You have James, who's undoubtedly a must-have at this point. You have Cancelo. You have Haaland, Jesus, and sadly enough, Mitrovic, who missed a penalty. But his fixtures are still good.
Yes,
I'd encourage people to get him. Okay, cool, man. My team is a bit different because I have Haaland, Kane, and Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, you went all in terms of attackers.
Yes. And with my defense, it's purely Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah, you have 3 Man City players,
No.
3 Liverpool players.
Yes.
That's very safe, if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not adventurous enough. You're a typical Arsenal manager. You have to be exploring things. You have to be like Pep. You place Leona Cancelo right back, Kesho left back. You have to be unpredictable.
Okay.
Also, I have guys like Rodrigo.
Because
The differentials.
okay, differentials are very good in your team. I've said that time and again. But my logic is this: Man City and Liverpool, especially right now in game week 3 going onwards, they have very good fixtures, and it's either you have the attackers or you have the defenders. And I'm going for the defenders because I'm opting for the clean sheets that come with these games, and I've gone for the attacking defenders, the Kyle Walker, the Cancelo, the Trent Alexander, and the Robertson, because I know more than the clean sheets. They're going to give me points with assists and points with corners, set pieces, the whole, and they even can score goals too.
Yeah, that's true. The thing with Man City is you need to be careful with your centre backs, because those change a lot.
Yeah, they change a lot.
And also the attackers change a lot. Maybe just Haaland at the moment, because he's the only outright number 9. Doesn't make sense for anyone else to stand, but I feel like having Mahrez and Foden and Grealish is a bit of a dangerous area, because they're not guaranteed to start. They can be easily
rotated,
shuffled. Yes, because it's Pep. It's been almost 6 years now, 5 years with him. We know what he does.
By now,
but I think you're safe when you have their fullbacks.
Their fullbacks.
Kyle Walker and Cancelo, unless something happens, they start.
Yeah. Also, something I can contribute to the Man City talk is Gundogan is the captain. Basically, in a way, it's guaranteed points. In terms, game time. because he's the captain. He plays a lot. And also, for those people who can't afford KDB, because he's 12 point something million by now,
yes.
you can get Gundogan, who guarantees you game time. He's cheap. He scored a goal. He provides an assist. He likes to be on the final third passes in the opposition's box. And Man City have good fixtures. 3 in the next 5 are at home.
And the fact that Bernardo might leave. So Gundogan
Secures his place.
Yeah, will probably get way more time.
Okay. Is there any player or team that stood out to you in this game week 2 that you feel guys should pay attention to in regards to game week 3 onwards?
I think it's, I hate to say it, but Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel Jesus.
I doubted him at the beginning of the season, but he's proving me wrong, which is quite rare. Proving me wrong. But yeah, Gabriel Jesus, I think he plays really well. Even the first game where he didn't score, he played really well. Last time I'm going to say that.
Here's some stats about him that I feel you guys need to know. He played 83 minutes, 2 goals, 2 assists, 19 points. I don't think there's anybody in FPL who has 19 points so far.
I think it's only him. I think the second person is Rodrigo with 15.
15, yeah.
I think that's...
And even Shah from Newcastle.
Yes.
That's where he scored a goal and kept a clean sheet.
Yes.
Even though they face Man City next.
But those are fluky ones. I don't think he will ever get more than 10 again, to be honest.
Okay. So before we tell you much about game week 3, I feel it's best to give you guys tip of the week. I was right about Kane. I talked about being patient with Kane and he scored. And I'm here to reiterate it again. Like, be patient with your players when they're playing and even when they blank. Because a lot of people tend to rage transfer. Rage transfer, basically, you're selling somebody just because he had a shitty game. I want to
disagree with you.
Yeah.
I think Kane is too expensive for you to risk blanks.
Okay.
Yeah. If a player costs less than 8 million, be patient with them. Hurricane, if Hurricane doesn't score in the next 3 games, you sell him. You stop wasting your time. That money you could get way more available, cheaper players.
Like who?
A lot, like Gabriel Jesus. If you don't have Jesus and you have Hurricane and he doesn't score the next game, just sell him. And you could probably even afford KDB if you have another medium midfielder.
Cheap midfielder that you can upgrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Hurricane is expensive and he doesn't. I don't think he guarantees points throughout the whole season. But yeah, like kuna months he will blank.
True.
And then there's months he's going to give you a lot. So just it's a 50-50. Just so come Salah. Salah will consistently give you.
Yeah.
Consistently, they'll lose, they'll score a goal. But Hurricane, like the first game, he was nowhere to be seen.
The first game, he was nowhere to be seen. He had shots on target though, and some of them, like the keeper stood out.
They scored how many goals? They won 2-1. 3-1.
It was what game week 1. They were home at 2. Was it? Let me see. Game week 1.
Yeah, they came from behind.
It was Spurs 4-1.
They scored 4 goals.
Yeah,
he didn't score.
Yeah, he didn't score. So that was just an unfortunate day at the office.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Jana, if it wasn't for that lucky, fluky header at the end, which I think was an own goal, if I'm being honest, because the goal was going out.
People say it's on.
But still, you see his price and the statistics. Like, if you want to be adventurous and make sure that you are making good use of your money, I'd say if he doesn't give you any points for the next 2 games, just sell him.
So the fixtures to think about or consider your FPL players that you're going to buy are Arsenal with Bournemouth. Arsenal are away. They are coming on a good form. Brentford versus Fulham. Brentford now have double confidence after what they did versus United. And Fulham, Mitrovic is still on form. I know he missed a penalty, but he's still somebody to consider. Leicester versus Southampton, which I don't know if you have anything to say about it.
Leicester versus Southampton, not really
Yeah.
much. Honestly, I think I can't see much out of it. Maybe if it's a 50-50 thing. Honestly, I don't see because Leicester just were beaten terribly by Arsenal. And Southampton just drew with Leeds. So I don't know. I don't think it's worth
You
complaining
don't think
about.
it's okay? For me, I think Maddison stands out because he's listed as a FPL midfielder but plays as a forward, and also he got a goal versus Arsenal.
He had a horrible game though.
Yeah,
Up until he got the goal,
yeah.
he was struggling.
But versus
So-
Southampton at home.
Yeah, it's like the thing is,
Oh,
I can only judge by what I've seen.
true.
You see, when you're making your decision for Game Week 3, it's based on what you've seen in Game Week 2. There are players who played really well in Game Week 2, and you could see progress. Someone like Madison scored a goal, but I think he had a very average, if not horrible game. And it was a small team against like a small team, Arsenal. So that's a red flag for me. How do you have a horrible performance against Arsenal? Come on.
It's an improved team.
Yeah, so I think for me, what stands out is the Man City versus Newcastle, and definitely Bournemouth. Bournemouth will collect a good amount of
Bournemouth
goals.
will what?
Will collect goals.
Against Arsenal.
No, they will collect. Nimi watafungwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You
I think they
almost
lose.
shocked me,
I
man.
think it's high time to captain Jesus. But then again, if you don't have Jesus and you have Rashford, captain Rashford. I'll tell you why later.
I also have some good news about Rashford because when you look at the United and Liverpool game, he's the guy that stood out for me.
Yeah.
When it comes to now United, not Brentford, but when I now look at United and who's performing, Sancho was nowhere to be seen in that game.
I agree.
And there's just this whole politics about Ronaldo that I don't want to touch.
I don't even want him to start again,
And
ever.
the midfield right now, when I look at your team, I can't even argue for
Dead.
Bruno Fernandes. I can't even argue for Christian Eriksen.
Yeah, if you have any United players, sell all of them. Come on, if you need to go to -20, go -20. Sell all United players.
Right now,
Just leave Rashford, make him captain. Yeah. Because
6.5 million.
Because it's him versus Trent, and Rashford is banging up a couple of goals against Liverpool.
And you also agree the weakest link in Liverpool is Trent.
It's always Trent.
Yes.
Always
So
Trent.
you don't think Liverpool will keep a clean sheet versus Man United?
No, they will not.
So you better
Things are
keep my players on the bench.
If anything, think about getting Martial because he's back in training.
Nice.
Ronaldo will probably be dropped, if not sold, because there's a lot of stories about him, his attitude. I think because the last time we played them, Ronaldo wasn't playing, and we destroyed Liverpool in Bangkok. Thailand, Huko. We destroyed them 4-0.
True.
So maybe now it's gonna be maybe 3-0.
I think it's not gonna be a walk in a park for Liverpool.
It is not.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a walk. It's just not. And I always feel like with United, the highest form of defeat for you guys is usually when teams like Liverpool come and dominate you at Old Trafford. And I think it's gonna be different this time.
Yeah, I think it's guys like De Gea need to be dropped. I think Ronaldo needs to be dropped. Not even dropped, like taken reserved. I need to be promoted. But I think Martial starts, Rashford, Sancho. That front three was the best front three during pre-season.
True.
So if that front three starts, and we have Maxos also benched, or if not taken to the reserves. I think Fred, Eriksen, and Van de Beek, even Bruno to be dropped.
Yeah, that's a bold.
Bruno is very, very useless. He misses a lot of chances. If he scored one, let me not start with Bruno.
Okay, sir.
Have Bruno sell him right now. Sell him. Go -50 if you want. The thing is, United will surprise so many people, but it's not the usual people. It's going to be Rashford And if Martial plays, it's Martial. I think those two will definitely stand out. If you kama kuna triple captain right now, think about it about Sucheke. Think about Rashford. Think about Rashford for now.
6.5 million gets you Rashford into your team, and that's the tip of the week from my guy Saddam here, who believes United are gonna thrash Liverpool. Is it too early to ask for your score prediction, or
It's never too early. 3-0.
3-0?
Or maybe a deflection trend. You know, he likes kufunga macho akikrosi. Deflection Maguire 3-1.
Okay, sasa basi. So that's it for now for RFPL podcast. Remember, the code is TSO4RX. That is TSO4RX. You stand a chance of winning 50,000 Kenya shillings. So what are you waiting for, man?
You don't stand a chance. Niko hapa. Please come. Be realistic. I'm about to kweli.
So until next time, FPL responsibly.